not going to win. But they should be humbled down, because this debate back and forth Friday was a day that you could have been gaining wisdom from the Lord. Instead, you rather oppose it and debate back and forth about it.
That's because they're chosen to that lot, though. They're supposed to be the adversaries and gainsayers. Those that contradict, the true doctrine of Yahweh Shai, man.
And that's what I was just gonna say next. That those that fill that lot, man, is pushing for the majority to do the same thing.
Yeah.
But that's part of prophecy also. That there'll be many more of them that don't get it, and the very few that do get it. 2/3 will be cut off and die, but the third part will be left therein. 144,000 to a third will be saved, not the whole lot of our nation.
Well, since you just said that, if you jump down to the 15th verse, it says that. It literally says that, man.
It says, Yep.
You want to read down to it? Just read down to it.
Verse 12, it says, the same must know it after death by pain.
Yeah, you're going to die by the famine.
Yep.
All right, all those different perils, those different plagues that the Lord said He's going to bring on the earth. That's how you're going to die, because you didn't take heed. All right, you didn't repent. You didn't come into the knowledge, man. You didn't get into the word. You didn't watch the videos. You didn't take your notes. All right,
you're busy thinking of ways to oppose it, versus ways to understand it.
Hey, Yahweh Shai said it. He said, y'all will not come into the light because your deeds are evil.
Yeah.
You don't want to take responsibility for yourself, man. Go ahead.
Verse 13, it says, and therefore be thou not curious how the ungodly shall be punished and when, but inquire how the righteous shall be saved, whose the world is, and for whom the world is created. Then answered I and said, I have said before, and now do speak, and I will speak it also hereafter, that there be many more of them which perish than of them which shall be saved.
It's going to be way more of a lot of people, man. A lot of people that's going to get destroyed in these last days. They're going to outnumber those that's going to be delivered. The Lord said it's going to be a small sanctuary that He's going to save, man.
He said, like as a wave is greater than a drop.
Yeah.
People going to get it, man.
It's going to be a lot of people that's going to get fucked up out here, man. All these people out here that we seeing, man, and these are all future deaths. Just walking around waiting to happen.
Yeah, man. Hey, that shows you how
they already dead. The Lord just ain't took that spirit out of their ass yet.
Yeah. I forgot what I was saying.
Hey, it's also another one where it says, the Lord said basically, keep my cluster and let everything else perish.
Same thing with can't put those out of His hand that He gave.
He's gonna divide the sheep and the goats, man.
That was it on that. Go back. No,
go back to Isaiah 60.
Isaiah 65 and 13. Therefore saith the Lord Yahweh, behold, my servants shall eat, but ye shall be hungry.
Yeah, the servants are going to eat in that day. When there's a famine here, the Most High is going to make sure His servants, the prophets, and their families eat. But the rest of the people out here, the Most High going to cause cannibalism. All right, people gonna be getting starved out, man. And people gonna be killing each other. Look at this type of shit, man. She gonna starve.
It ain't.
All right.
Not the way that she hopes.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
That's the spirit of this world, man. Everything is over sexualized here in this society, man. She walking around with a whip in her hand. With a mask and her little tight leather. Hey man, women like that, they ain't gonna be dressing like that during that hour, man. The scriptures say women are gonna get ravished.
All right, out here entertaining right now.
Yeah.
Only in this society can something like that. Well, see, I ain't gonna even go there. I ain't gonna go there and get nobody no ammo. In the ancient world. That's why that was written in the law about rape. That's why that law was written in there. Women like that out there in the ancient world will be ravaged, man.
Because they asking for it.
Yeah, they're asking for it.
Yeah.
You gotta ask for that, man. Anyway.
Well, really, technically, back in the ancient world, these are whores.
Right.
They would just be put to death.
Right,
They wouldn't be
that's-
raped. They'd just get killed.
Right, you wouldn't have to. Nobody wants.
In Israel,
Right.
among us, women like that, they just be put to death.
There was a clause written in there that they could just go be hard as stone. But that wasn't honorable. And if you want to keep the good name of your family, you put your daughter to death for that. You know? If you was weak, which proved your name wasn't good anyway, you let her go out there and beat a harlot to earn a living. But she gotta go. Just to preserve what you got left in the house. That stable's still on you though.
Yeah, finish that, bro.
Behold, my servants shall drink, but ye shall thirst. Behold, my servants shall rejoice, but ye shall be ashamed.
Yeah, you people gonna be ashamed, man. Okay, and that's when the Lord's gonna make a separation on who His chosen is, and who the people that were meant for destruction. It's gonna know that you ain't chosen because why you getting starved out?
God.
You know, or why you getting mauled to death by a teeth of wild beasts? You know?
Like that Edomite just got mauled to death by that pit bull.
Yeah.
We just talking about that.
Yeah, that's gonna happen. You're gonna see
It's
more of that.
gonna be more of that, man.
Yeah. It's gonna be not just be pit bulls, it's gonna be wild beasts.
Yeah.
It's gonna be wild boars, all kind of animals you wouldn't think would attack your ass.
God.
The Lord gonna put the spirit on them and they gonna go for blood.
And what the forensic pathologist or whatever say? He said, nah, man, she was killed because had defensive wounds like she was fighting off an animal. It was two dogs right there that did that. It wasn't nobody else. I don't care how loving, because the spirit of Yahweh is starting to transfer into all those creatures, man, even the animals. And they tired of this devil as well.
That's right.
And the Lord put His anger on the animals.
Yeah.
You know, He said, He have created spirits for vengeance.
Yeah. That's for the wild beasts too.
Yeah,
And the newly created creatures, man.
all that shit, man. And those were supposed to be her own dogs. That Edomite, she was probably training them dogs to kill niggas.
Yeah.
Or having sex with them dogs or
Or
something.
she was probably popping
Weirdo
them.
shit, yeah.
You know,
I
some.
think honestly that not to like niggas shit. I think that's what it was.
And the Lord He channeled that spirit
Yeah.
and put it on them dogs to rip her
Probably
leprous ass in them woods.
A couple of men trying to flirt with her, and were around where she lived, and she started trying to train them to keep them away.
Yep.
And look what happened. Dogs turned on them.
Yep.
What you get?
Hey,
We
get
don't
that
have no compassion for
get Jeremiah 15 real quick.
Yeah, we don't have no compassion when the Most High kill you people, man.
Yeah.
No compassion for that, man. When shit like that go down.
Jeremiah 15 and 3.
It's Jeremiah chapter 15, verse 3. And I will appoint over them 4 kinds, saith the Lord. The sword to slay, and the dogs to tear, the fowls of the heaven, and the beasts of the earth to devour and destroy.
That's it, man. Hey, that Edomite woman over there in Virginia that got ripped up by her own dogs that she raised, that she trained. Expect more of that, man.
Yeah, that's the spirit, because she probably was out there protesting with them idiots. I don't know, back when it was, like during the summertime when the guy ran the car into the. And she probably.
Charlottesville.
Yeah. She probably was out there protesting, man. So that was judgment for her ass.
And I don't know if y'all brothers saw it though, but I posted the link right in the description, and it had basically it's a photo of this bitch. She's draped with the Confederate flag. Like she's like wearing the Confederate flag over her, like she's draped in it, man. So that was good for that devil, man.
That's right.
Bitch, man. All right, that was judgment of the Lord, man. And more judgment's gonna come on you devils, man. You crackers. All right? But also the Lord's gonna be killing you niggas like that too. All right, you niggas ain't exempt from judgment, man. The Lord's gonna get all of you, man. Whether you be a 2/3 or whether you be a goddamn cracker, an Edomite. All right, He gonna bring judgment on all you people out here, man. The brother just read it, man. People gonna get ripped up by animals, wild animals. Okay, you're gonna be getting your brains splattered all over the place, man, by gunfire. The Lord gonna put the spirit. Yeah, that's it right there. That's the bitch that got mauled to death by those pits.
That's why it just feels right that she didn't like niggas, man.
Yeah, she didn't like
Niggas
niggas.
probably flirting with her.
And that was good. That was her judgment, man.
Yeah.
You know, straight up, man. And there's more to come.
Right.
Okay. So the scriptures tell you, hey, in the minute of the Lord, we're gonna be protected from stuff like that. Okay? Because we're gonna be walking in the habitation of the Lord. Okay? Matter of fact, Job 5 real quick. 5 and like 19.
It's Job 5, chapter 5, verse 19. He shall deliver thee in 6 troubles. Yea, in 7 there shall no evil touch thee. In famine he shall redeem thee from death.
See, and this is on the flip side. This is why we're gonna be. This is why it's good news to us.
Yep.
As long as we believe, the Lord's gonna be with us during this time. This is all talking about the time of Jacob's trouble, leading up to the day of the Lord. Okay, all these things are gonna be happening out here. These people, they think we full of shit because everything is calm and comfortable now. Because you got coons like this that'll keep them in that mirthful spirit.
That sleep state.
You know, constantly dancing to music and partying and
Making them feel like everything's all
making
right.
them feel like everything is all good.
Hey, you know, I saw earlier though, John Jason was getting the camera ready. He said, "Hey man, let's go. Let's just keep going." No man, this is entertainment. Let's go back. Let's go back with it, man. And then one of them glanced at her like, "Nah, let's just go." I don't know what they did, but they left. Because that spirit right there is gonna get you people killed. The more you into that mind state, the less that you're in the proper state of what's coming to the world.
Like it says in Ecclesiastes, there's a time and a season to everything. Right now is really not the time for this. But these people here in America, they're blinded, so they really don't know what time they're truly in.
Yeah, because Trump is promising to make America great again.
Right. But meanwhile, he's going to put troops in your cities to turn your city into a police state. Hey, Trump, he made the threat that the commissioner is suggesting now. Trump made that threat back when he first came into office.
He sure did.
He said, "All you niggas out there that's killing each other, you know, I'm sick of the carnage. I'm gonna send in the National Guard if y'all don't stop the carnage." He said that.
Honestly, I thought
He put that right on his Twitter, man.
I thought Obama should have did it, honestly.
Yeah.
Waiting on it.
So the UN troops, they in Chicago already. They just ready
Ready to be activated.
Yeah, ready to be activated, man. And they gonna slaughter a lot of them jakes out there in Chicago, and they gonna try to set an example for the rest of you jakes out there in LA, New York, and whatever
Major cities, yeah.
other major cities.
Hey, let me say like this to add on what you're saying too, bro. Because they already deeming you niggas as straight savages the way y'all killing each other, right?
Yeah.
So the rest of you people is not gonna feel bad when these gangbangers and killers and whatever else are killed. Even the collateral damage of good people that get swept up in that. Well, guess what? You niggas fit that bill too. Let's not act like you don't. But the lack of compassion they're gonna have for you, they're gonna take that sentiment and bring it right into these other cities, man.
Just after they get done with those niggas, don't think that them UN troops is done.
No.
They coming to them suburbs.
Yeah.
And they gonna be putting in your ass too, Esau.
Yep.
You know, all you Edomites out here that think y'all got it made, like, oh yeah, they got rid of the niggas in, the south side of Chicago. Okay, that's good. No, they coming to put your ass in a concentration camp and put foot in your ass too.
Yep, everybody will get it.
Yep.
Eventually, they may not get you at the same time with the niggas, but they gonna get you. They gonna get you.
There's more in this. Job 5 and 21. Thou shalt be hid from the scourge of the tongue. Neither shall thou be afraid of destruction when it cometh. At destruction and famine thou shalt laugh.
Yeah,
Neither-
at famine we gonna laugh.
Yeah.
At destruction we gonna laugh, man. You know. And these are, and that's why this word is known as the comforter, man. You gotta actually believe that. When these things does come to pass and it happen and you see it, you gotta believe this, man. All right. You gotta know that the Lord gonna have angels right there protecting and making sure you're fed. You gotta believe the stories in the scriptures, man. They're not tales. These events actually happen, man.
As fantastical as they may sound, so you really telling me that birds came and dropped off some food? Yes.
Hell yeah, man.
You really saying a man he was in a lion's den, or not a lion's den, he was in a furnace, and then he came by and dropped him off some food? Yes. And then when he was in the furnace, no smoke actually touched him? Yes.
You saying that the prophets was in jail and an angel came
And unlocked
it with two guards there? Yes.
Yes.
These accounts actually happen in the scriptures, and more acts just like that is going to happen.
It's gonna happen again.
And again.
Right.
It's gonna happen again.
It said, many shall, like we read already in the second entrance, many shall escape by their works and by faith whereby they have believed. You gotta believe this stuff, man. As fantastical as it sounds, and the naysayers and the scoffers and doubters try to say it is, this stuff happened, man, and it's gonna happen again. It's just so far fetched from what this civilization can understand. But in the ancient world, back then, they were doing miracles. All them samurai ninja movies and all that, where they running on trees and walking on water and all that other shit, they're really doing that because they had a sense of spiritual power back then.
God,
Now,
the scripts say what is impossible with men is possible with Yahweh.
Thank you.
Oh, Luke 18 and 27. Luke 18 and 27, man.
Other hand ain't working. It's cold, bro.
Hey, cause we're just we're the Lord's potter, man.
That's right.
Right.
Okay. We're the potter's clay, and he's the pot share, man. You know, he could do whatever he wants. He could do anything with his creation, man. All right. So you gotta really believe that your creator, our power, he is our power. Okay. That name is in itself is power, man. You gotta believe that. These things are gonna happen, and we're gonna be comforted by it. These people out here, they don't believe in our power. They don't believe in what we're talking about. So the Lord's gonna give them up to whatever it is that's gonna take them. Okay? And they're gonna be calling on Jesus. They're gonna be calling on all type of shit, and it ain't gonna do nothing, man. You know, the Lord's gonna just laugh at their ass. But Luke 18.
18 and 27. And he said, the things which are impossible with men are possible with the Most High Yahweh.
It's all possible with the Most High, man. All right, he's omnipotent, man. He could do anything.
Kind.
Yep.
He could do anything.
He can break his own rules even.
Yeah.
Like you said, I will have judgment who I will have, I will have
Compassion.
mercy who I'll have mercy on.
Don't you know it's a lot of incidents out there where people, they fall into near-death situations, and they come out of situations that you know they should have died from, but they walk away without a scratch.
Kind. Haven't we been in them?
We've been in. Every brother has a testimony where they've been in a situation like that, man. That's because that's the power of the Lord, man. He's protecting us, man. If he don't want you to go, if he don't want you to get touched, you ain't gonna get touched. All right. If he doesn't want you to starve, you're not gonna starve. All right. Everything is of the Lord's will. So go back to that in Job. Go back to that in Job real quick.
Job 5 and 22. I'll read 22 again. At destruction and famine thou shalt laugh. Neither shalt thou be afraid of the beasts of the earth.
Neither shall you what?
Be afraid of the beasts of the earth.
Hey, when you go back to Jeremiah, it says the Lord's going to allow the beasts to tear a lot of people, man. He's going to point over them the beasts.
To tear, right?
The dogs to tear, man. You know?
I ain't been
Teeth
afraid
of
of
wild
wild
beasts.
in a long time.
Yeah. You know, so hey, when all hell breaks loose, and you got these animals, you know, running wild out here, we ain't gonna be afraid,
Hey,
man.
the scripture, let me read this next one. It's gonna say it right here.
Huh?
Verse 23, thou shalt be in a league with the stones of the field, and the beasts of the field shall be at peace with thee.
Come on, man.
They gonna know who we are.
The Most High gonna make sure, cause he gonna have the angels right there. And you know what? When you read about cause animals are spiritual. They know how to detect spirits.
Yeah, they're like
That's why I think them two dogs mouth that demonic ass Edomite up.
That's so true, because you could a dog knows when you're afraid.
Yeah.
When you act afraid, that's when the dog going, you know, attack you or play with you and know that you're afraid. 'Cause like you said, these animals have spirits. Like when these animals know when shit about to pop off. Like when those tidal waves, what is it? The tsunamis happen in those other countries.
Yep.
All the animals, they somehow move to higher ground. They know. But you got it.
We all got a ruckus.
Yep.
Let me out, man. This shit about to go down on this level.
Hey, but to show you, there's an example. I believe it's in Numbers, where I think it was a donkey. Matter of fact, I think it was dealing with Balaam, and he was trying to get the ass to move, and the ass wouldn't move. The donkey wouldn't move, and he kept on smiting the donkey that it would move, and it wouldn't. And he was trying to figure out why the hell it wasn't listening to him. And then he didn't realize, because the Lord didn't open up his spirit to see it, but the donkey already saw it. I believe it's in Numbers, the 23rd chapter maybe, or the 24th. But the donkey basically saw an angel, and it scared the shit out of him. Basically, he was paused, like he was frozen, because he was afraid. He saw the angels, and the angels, you know, it's a frightening sight to see an angel, you know, because they look real fierce, man, and they standing with power.
Shit.
You know?
The donkey like, oh.
Hell yeah. You see an angel of the Lord, man, you gonna fall flat to your face. You gonna be doing this shit, man. You know? You won't even look up at him, man. You gonna be so afraid, man. Especially in this physical realm. The Lord was to open up these people's eyes to that other dimension, man. These people, people be out here throwing up.
Hey, but let me say, you kind of sense it though. You know, the ones that let them really take a good look, they ain't really the ones to fuck with.
Yeah.
And it don't be us, because we just little weak men. They feel the power, so they can sense the energy of the angels over here.
You stay where you at, bro, in Job. Read that again in Job, brother. Look for it.
Verse 23, for thou shalt be in a league with the stones of the field, and the beasts of the field shall be at peace with thee.
It's in Numbers, the 22nd.
And thou shalt know that thy tabernacle shall be in peace, and thou shalt visit thy habitation and shall not sin. That's kind of...
Yeah, the habitation is what? The habitation of the Lord, man.
Oh, right here, 27. Man.
Which is, you know, where the Lord, his angels is there, man. It tells you in Hebrews, was that the 12th chapter, that when you come into Zion, you come into a company of angels, man. The angels encamp about those that fear the Lord. So that's why those that fear the Lord, they're going to be saved from famine. They're going to be saved from the teeth of wild beasts. Okay, natural, whatever it is that the Lord bring as a scourge or punishment on the world, his elect are going to be protected from it. They're not going to partake in that. Everybody else, they're going to get fucked up. Just like when we was in Egypt. All those plagues hit those Egyptians, but it didn't come nowhere near the Israelites.
They living in the same quarters.
They living in the same place.
Yeah.
Well, they was in
Well,
a
they was
different.
in different
They was in the land of Goshen,
Right.
but then you had the rest of the southern part of Egypt, where the
We
Egyptians
had
and
to
Pharaoh
commute
was
to
at.
work. We had to commute to work.
Yeah,
Basically.
because they had a portion where all the slaves, the Hebrew slaves, was at, which was in Goshen. You know, just like we gotta live separate from Esau in this society.
Suburbs, ghettos, and projects.
Exactly.
You know?
If you got that in
Yeah, I got
Numbers,
it. I got it. I'm gonna start verse 20.
yeah, you can start out there.
to read the whole account, right?
Yeah.
Numbers 22 and 20, it says, and the Most High came unto Balaam at night and said unto him, if the men come to call thee, rise up and go with them, but yet the word which I shall say unto thee, that thou shalt do,
Go ahead.
shalt thou do. And Balaam rose up in the morning and saddled his ass and went with the princes of Moab.
Yep.
And the Most High anger was kindled because he went.
Yep.
And the angel of the Lord stood in the way for an adversary against him. Now he was riding upon his ass, and his 2 servants were with him. And the ass saw the angel of the Lord standing in the way, and the sword drawn in his hand.
You see that, right? So the angel had he had a big ass, chunky ass sword too, man. Standing right there.
Shit.
So you see how this animal was able to see the angel, but he couldn't see it. You know, because the Lord could do that. He could put the spirit on his animals, man, and they'll be able to. They can see it, but you can't see it. Why do you think dogs bark? You know, in unison. You know, when the wolves, you know, they howl. You know, in position to the moon. You know, hey, because animals are spiritual too.
Everybody's on their job but Jake, man. Understand that. Everybody's on their job but Jake. Everybody's doing what they're supposed to be doing, but you Jake, you so-called Negro Latino, the worst people on the planet, which is supposed to be the best. If you were the best like we supposed, when we get back in authority, man, things are gonna be right. Everything gonna line up beautifully on the whole earth. The animals gonna line in with what we do and everything else, man.
We'll have
It's just
dominion
off
over the
now.
animals again.
Right, just all because it's damn devil. The more it says, and the ass turned aside out of the way and went into the field, and Balaam smote the ass to turn her into the way.
Yeah, the donkey was like, "Fuck this."
Yeah, I ain't going that way.
You know, I'm not going that way. I just saw a big tall ass angel.
Yeah.
All right, dark. He probably dark as hell, dark skin.
looking and shit.
You know,
7 feet tall.
7 feet. You know,
Buff and shit. Man.
he look like he'll chop me in half. You know, straight up, man.
It says, but the angel of the Lord stood in the path of the vineyard. He appeared in front of where they went, into the field, right?
Yep.
And a wall being on his side, and a wall on the other side, right? And a wall on that side. Oh shit!
Now, if I'm not mistaken, I think he gets hurt. I think that might be that same account.
We'll be a little further down. We'll see what happens a little further. So he's still going down to 27. It says, and when the ass saw the angel of the Lord, she thrust herself into the wall and crushed Balaam's foot against the wall.
Crushed his
and
foot
he
against the
smote her
wall.
again, like, bitch, what the fuck?
Yeah.
What the hell you doing? He didn't understand what it was doing.
Yeah.
Why I was tripping.
That's because the Lord didn't open his eyes to see what that donkey was seeing, man.
Yeah.
You know?
It says,
So just imagine though that in that day we got angels like that's around us to help guide us when all hell is breaking loose.
right.
And we, even though we can't see it, but it's there.
Out here.
You know, hey, out here,
Hey,
they right here.
We done
man.
came into some serious, man. Men of the Lord on the streets, especially at Great Millstone, man. We know the dangers that come up in these camps, man. We've seen them in other camps. We've lived it in our own camps.
Yep.
I mean, shit could go south in a minute, man.
One demon come up,
Yep.
you bring 5 more, man.
One random bitch come and kick your sign, and all shit break loose, man.
Yep.
Anything can go down. Big buff ass nigga come up, nigga, say something else, nigga, I'll kill you, nigga. You know? All of that can go down. But he can't move his finger against this stuff.
Yep.
Man, you guys don't get it, man. We believe everything, no matter how fantastical these scriptures may be to you. We believe it, man. Because at the time somebody stupid will say, well, how could the ass see it, but Balaam can't see it? Well, we brother said it because he blinded him from being able to see that. And the animal was still tapped into that spiritual to where he could see it.
Yeah, keep going.
Keep reading, right? Yeah, it says, verse 26. It says, and the angel of the Lord went further and stood in a narrow place where there was no way to turn either to the right hand or the left. And when the ass saw the angel of the Lord, she fell down under Balaam, and Balaam's anger was kindled, and he smote the ass with a staff.
He kept on beating it.
Yep.
Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? What are you doing?
Yep. Dumbass animal.
He couldn't see what it saw, man. Go ahead.
It said, and the Lord opened the mouth of the ass. I believe this. And she said unto Balaam, what have I done unto thee that thou hast smitten me these 3 times? We believe this.
That must trip Balaam out.
Yeah.
You know it did.
This animal's
Oh,
talking.
shit.
What the hell?
You know it did.
Yeah.
Hey, back in Job, it said we're gonna be at peace with them, right?
Yeah, we gonna, whether it's telepathy or
we gonna be able to look into their eyes and you know, they gonna be able to see us, and they gonna probably see the angels with us, and they gonna be like, don't mess with him. And they probably gonna find a proud ass nigga bitch or Edomite, they gonna leap on her ass, man. You know?
niggly bears.
Yeah. Or a 2/3 nigga with his pants down with dreads and shit.
Yeah.
Rip all them fucking dookie locks right out his scalp.
Look, and Balaam just talking back. Look, it said, and Balaam said unto the ass, because thou hast mocked me,
Yeah.
I would there were a sword in my hand, for now I will kill thee.
Well, he threatening the
Since
donkey.
you want to talk, I will kill your ass, man. It said, and the ass said unto Balaam, I am not thine ass, upon which thou hast ridden ever since I was thine unto this day. Am I not? Good question.
Yeah.
So am I not thine ass, upon which thou hast ridden ever since I was thine unto this day? Was I ever wont to do so unto thee? And he say, nay. Then the Lord Yahweh opened the eyes of Balaam.
He opened up his spirit.
Yep.
He opened up his spirit to be able to see the angel.
Yep.
Go ahead.
It says, then the Lord Yahweh opened the eyes of Balaam, and he saw the angel of the Lord standing in the way, and his sword drawn in his hand, and he bowed down his head and fell flat on his face.
Just like that.
Yep.
He didn't realize that donkey's like, fool.
Right. You gonna get us
The angel right
Draw the
there.
donkey down too. I
Yeah.
told you, stupid. I was trying to tell you.
I was trying to protect you, you fool. Now you see that angel right there, motherfucker?
Yeah.